How many times a week should you train BJJ? The sound of your alarm blaring at 5:30 a.m. doesn't dampen your excitement to jump out of bed and head to an early morning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. After a tough session filled with intricate techniques and exhausting live rolls, you're already thinking about getting back on the mat for the evening class. The cycle continues day after day, with your passion for BJJ growing stronger. You're not alone. Many people who train fall deeply in love with this grappling-based martial art. The complexity of the techniques, the problem-solving nature of the rolls, and the tight-knit community around the sport makes it easy to become immersed and addicted. But how much is too much when it comes to training BJJ? At what point does dedication cross over into obsession and raise your risk of burnout or injury? How do you balance your passion for rolling while maintaining a healthy lifestyle? What are the risks of overtraining BJJ? While training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu can be tremendously beneficial, there are risks associated with overtraining that every practitioner should be aware of. Here are some of the main dangers of training too much BJJ without proper rest and recovery. Increased injury risk. Pushing your body too hard too frequently raises injury risk. Common BJJ injuries include knee, back, neck, elbow issues. Fatigued muscles and poor technique execution increase injury likelihood. Mental and physical burnout. Excessive training can lead to exhaustion, lack of motivation. Hard to maintain peak performance when run down. Loss of enjoyment due to chronic fatigue. Imbalances in other areas of life. Obsession with BJJ can come at the expense of work, family, friends. Neglecting responsibilities outside the gym. Risk of ruining relationships and losing perspective. Overtraining syndrome. Extreme fatigue, decreased performance, insomnia, depression. Immune system weakens, frequent illness and infections. Requires long recovery periods of 1 to 2 months. Poor recovery practices. Not taking enough rest days leads to accumulated fatigue. Inadequate sleep, nutrition, and hydration. Insufficient stretching, foam rolling to help the body heal. The best way to minimize injury and burnout risk is to monitor your body closely and be sure to take enough rest days, particularly after intense training sessions. Adequate sleep, nutrition, and smart recovery protocols are also key. It's easy to become so obsessed with BJJ that you overlook proper precautions. But sacrificing health and longevity due to overuse injuries or physical and mental burnout is never worth it. Find ways to sustainably pursue your passion while avoiding the pitfalls of overtraining. Why is training BJJ 2 days per week a good starting point? For beginners looking to develop a sustainable Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training routine, attending class 2 days per week is an ideal starting point. Here's why. Enough mat time to learn and drill. 2 sessions per week provides adequate mat time to absorb instruction. Chance to drill techniques repeatedly to ingrain movements. See progress by implementing feedback and corrections. Develops a solid foundation. 2 days is sufficient frequency for building baseline skills. Learn fundamental positions, transitions, submissions properly. Chance to identify strengths, weaknesses. Avoids early overtraining. Prevents soreness, fatigue, and burnout. Low injury risk compared to doing too much too soon. Lets the body adapt to new demands incrementally. Easy to maintain. 2 days per week is simple to keep up with life obligations. Maintains training habits without becoming excessive time commitment. Long-term sustainability. For well-rounded skill development without overtraining, 2x a week is a perfect starting point. You'll ingrain high-percentage techniques through steady practice while avoiding excessive fatigue and injury risk. Once 2 days feels comfortable, adding a 3rd session can help accelerate progress. But build up to higher training frequencies gradually over months, years. Patience and moderation is key.